Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Hope you're all doing well and doing great. Today we are back with another video with another content, and we need to discuss about transport in flowering plants. And in this chapter, we need to discuss about the uptake and transport of flowering plant as well as transpiration and translocation. Always remember in the Cambridge system that you need to cover your syllabus, and this is the syllabus, updated syllabus of 2023, 2024, and the students which are going to appear in the 2025. Basically, that we are following this syllabus for the Cambridge O-level biology, and the code is 5090. For IGCSE, the code is different. The syllabus is almost similar. There is some little bit differences in that, but majorly all the content is same. So before wasting any time, let's jump into the video. So the students the students that are going to appear in the 2025 or the 2026 exam, they need to follow this syllabus, and they need to make sure that each and everything is covered. And then they have to practice as much as they can in the past paper practice from a website that is called as Papa's Cambridge, or they can also download the materials from some other websites where there's a basically application I will suggest you, and that application is named as Rove Papers, so ROVE. So you can download that and you can solve as many papers as you want to. Okay. So the thing that you need to understand is basically what is meant by the transport. Transport means that the movement of materials from one part to another part. Now that we need to understand how plants transport materials from one part to another part. As we already know that the vegetative part and one is the reproductive part of the plant. In the vegetative part, there are the three things, basically root, stem and leaf. So how the root, stem and leaf basically transport the things from one part to another part. Let me show you. Here you go. This is the vegetative part of the plant, and this flower is showing the reproductive part of the flower, because flower involved in the reproduction, whereas the stem, root and leaf is not involved in the reproduction process. So the thing that we need to understand how the plant transport things from root to the leaf, or from leaves to the root or stem. So plant transport things from one part to another part with the help of the vascular bundles, and that vascular bundles is named as xylem and phloem. In the position of vascular bundle of the position of xylem and phloem in root is different, in stem is different, as well as in leaf is different. That we're going to discuss later, but we are going to discuss only in case of root. Right now we are going to discuss about the position of xylem and phloem in root. And then later on we're going to discuss in stem as well as in leaves. So because why we are discussing it, because vascular bundle, that is, one is xylem, and the vascular bundles, there are two types. One is called as the xylem and one is called as the phloem. Both of these tissues help in the transportation of water and mineral ions as well as food from one part to another part. So in case of root, if we're going to see that the xylem is present inside, this star-shaped structure is basically the xylem, this bluish spot, and the greenish or the yellowish dot is called as, or orange dot showing the phloem. The outer part, this is the xylem, inside is the xylem, and the outer part is basically the phloem in case of root hair cell. Whereas in case of stem, the symmetry is totally different. There are the many vascular bundle in the stem, and the xylem is also inside in case of stem, but we're gonna see it later. So hopefully in case of root you have understood that. So the first content that you need to understand is basically relate the structure of root hair cell. The root hair cell basically helps in the absorption of water and mineral ions. So they absorb water and mineral ions from the soil. These are the roots, and basically if we see the anatomy of the root, this is the root hair. The smallest extension, the smallest hair-like structure is called as the root hair on the roots. So this is a root hair. This root hair, if we have already discussed in the unit 2 of the Cambridge exam, the Cambridge syllabus, that this is the cell wall, then the inner is the cell membrane, this is the vacuole or vacuole. This red part is called as the nucleus, this is the brownish part is mitochondria, and this is basically the ribosomes. So all of this having different function, but right now we need to understand that the root help in the absorption of water. They absorb water and mineral ions by a process and by a transport that is called as active transport as well as the passive transport. So as we were discussing about that the plant, the root hair cell basically absorb water and minerals through a process called as active transport as well as passive transport. There is a minor difference in the active transport as a passive transport, because in the active transport the energy is used. The materials or the thing will move from the low concentration to the high concentration with the use of energy. As you already know, when the things are moving from low to high, they need some sort of energy. But in the case of passive transport, the two pathways are involved. One is called as the diffusion and one is called as osmosis. Osmosis is usually used when some sort of solvent is going to be transported from the higher concentration to low concentration. So there is no use of energy in case of passive transport, but in case of active transport, the energy is used. This is the major difference. So the root hair cell help in the absorption of water and mineral ions by process active transport or by osmosis or diffusion. So the osmosis is basically the movement of higher water particles from higher water potential to lower water potential through selective permeable membrane, whereas the diffusion is basically the movement of particles from higher concentration to low concentration. That's it. But in case of both, there is no energy is involved. Sorry. But in case of active transport, the things will move from low concentration to higher concentration against the concentration gradient, and the energy is needed, and that energy is basically in the form of ATP. So already this is clear that the root help in the absorption of water and mineral ions by active transport or by passive transport, as well as they are the position of the xylem and phloem in the root hair cell. The xylem is inside and the phloem is outside, located outside. Whereas the other function of the root hair cell, basically it increases the large surface area. This extension basically increases this is the root hair cell, and this root hair cell is basically increasing the large, this basically the cell, this extension basically increases the large surface area, जिसकी वजह से ज़्यादा absorption होगी water की और mineral ions की. The next content that we need to understand is basically about the pathway taken by water to the root hair. How the water will be transported from root to the other part of the plant. Like how those water will be moved from the, as we have discussed about, that the root absorb water and mineral ions. First, the root is absorbed by the water is absorbed by the root hairs. So how this root hair absorb water and mineral ions? We need to understand this pathway. This is the simplest thing. And then we need to understand that the water will move from high water potential to low water potential by a process called as osmosis. As you can see that these are the soil particles. The soil contains large amount of water, and this water will be absorbed by the by osmosis in the root hairs, through a process called as osmosis. And once the water will enter by osmosis into the root hair, it will passes from the root cortex cell, then from root cortex to the root endodermis cell, and then root endodermis cell to the root basically xylem vessels of the root, and then stem vessels of the root, and on stem xylem vessels of the stem and xylem vessels of the leaf, and reaches to the other part of the plant. Why I said the stem or root or leaf? Because the function of the xylem is to transport water and minerals. Basically water को transport कौन करवा रहा है? एक जगह से दूसरी जगह xylem करवा रहा है. Absorb जो है वो root hair cells कर रहे हैं, लेकिन xylem help कर रहा है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में. तो जो phloem के, जो स्टेम के अंदर xylem vessels हैं वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करेंगे स्टेम से दूसरे पार्ट तक. जो लीफ के अंदर xylem vessels मौजूद हैं वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करेंगे वाटर को लीव्स के दूसरे पार्ट तक, एक पार्ट से दूसरे पार्ट तक या रूट से लीफ तक लेकर जाने में हेल्प करेंगे. स्टेम के अंदर जो xylem vessels हैं वो रूट वाले xylem vessels जो है वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करेंगे रूट से स्टेम तक, और रूट के जो xylem vessels हैं वो ट्रांसपोर्ट करवाएंगे एक पार्ट से दूसरे पार्ट तक. लेकिन ये ट्रांसपोर्ट कैसे करवाएंगे? The water will enter from the cell particles to the root hairs, then from root hair to the root cortex, and then from root cortex to the root endodermis, and then from root endodermis to the root xylem vessels of the root, xylem vessel of the stem, and xylem vessels of the leaf, and then it reaches to the leaf mesophyll cell. क्योंकि प्लांट ने ग्रोथ शो करनी है तो उस ग्रोथ के लिए उसको वाटर और मिनरल आयंस वगैरह चाहिए. So in simplest, in the Cambridge, basically they have explained that the water will move from the root hair cell to the root cortex cell, then the root cortex to the root xylem vessels, the stem xylem, and then leaf xylem, and then to the leaf mesophyll cells तक पहुंच जाता है. बट यहाँ पर एक और चीज आती है which they missed, that is endodermis. For example, अगर मैं इसकी simply anatomy draw करूँ तो the outer part is basically the epidermis. Epidermis में जो smallest hair like extension है that is basically called as the root hair. And the inner cells are called as the cortex. This is the empty space, is basically the cells are present, and these cells, ground tissues are the cells are present. These cells are called as the cortex cell. And below the cortex cell below the epidermis, there is some sort of cell which is called as endodermis. And in the endodermis, there are the two vascular bundles are present. One is called as xylem and one is called as phloem. The inside is basically the xylem, and the outside is called as the phloem. क्योंकि xylem ने ट्रांसपोर्ट करना है तो वाटर एंटर हुआ जैसे ही रूट हेयर में एपिडर्मिस से पास आउट हुआ, एपिडर्मिस से कॉर्टेक्स में, कॉर्टेक्स से फिर एंडोडर्मिस में, और एंडोडर्मिस से फिर वो रूट की xylem तक पहुंचता और रूट की xylem से वो उसने वाटर को आगे ट्रांसपोर्ट करवाया. सो होपफुली दिस फिनोमेना इज क्लियर. आई विल कैच इन अनदर वीडियो. वी विल एक्सप्लेन दिस द एक्सपेरिमेंट इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो इंशाल्लाह and the other content. So thank you so much for watching, and please make sure to share it with the Cambridge students and the students which are going to appear in the 2026 exam. Inshallah, it will help. This video will definitely help them and for the practice. And thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.